Well, I did about 300 orders in 4 days on the TCG Player Cyber Weekend sale, which I told everyone it was going to be crazy. I was anticipating it being something like this. Now, I didn't do a great job of planning ahead, and so here I am Monday evening, and I'm getting the second half of my orders out. That's what I've got to do tonight. So I'm feeling a little behind the eight ball, but these are kind of like 1 card, 2 card, 3 card orders, so I don't think this is going to take a ton of time. But we've got, let's see, 4 minutes left. It's currently 9:56, so about 4 minutes left of this Cyber Weekend sale. I feel like we're at a point where I can give you guys a good breakdown of what my store did, how many orders I did, how many I'm sending out myself, how many the direct program is going to send out. And so that's what this video is going to be, is a breakdown of my sales during this weekend. But I hope if you guys sell on TCG Player that your weekend of sales went well. And if this is your very first time here, what's up? My name's TJ. I run this business called PokePaster TCG, where I buy and sell all sorts of Pokemon cards. And on this channel, I help you guys get your store off the ground and help you hopefully have some confidence to hop into this hobby selling or side business, or even for you real psychos who want to make a full-time career out of this. Hopefully my channel can help you gain some confidence in your ability to do just that. And I document my journey and all those things. So if you enjoy this content, like the video, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel. I'm currently giving away a big, where is it? This Tyranitar Lucario V thing. I did a video last week celebrating 4K subscribers, which is crazy. So make sure to go back and leave a comment on that video so that you can be entered into this giveaway. I think we will be ripping this for one lucky subscriber on this upcoming Sunday night's live stream, which I'm pumped to get back into Sunday night live streams, man. It's been a couple weeks since I've done one, so I'm pumped for that. So anyways, let's hop into some numbers. How did TJ's do? How did TJ's store do? How did TJ do? Here we go. You guys can see this, right? Okay, so about 4 days, this is what this looks like. So total number of orders, 297, which is a lot. Gross sales, 6,856. Now, a couple things to note about this. Let me pull up the old trusty calculator. One time someone said, you should do the calculations before the video, not during the video. My apologies to you if you're still watching the content. I'm going to do the calculations right now. So that is a fair amount of money. Honestly, I would say now, okay, sorry, disclaimers. I don't show you guys these things to flex or to be like, man, look at me, I'm crushing it, and you new person, you need to get to my level. Nope, that's cringe. I do this because I want to help you. I want to give you guys some maybe inspiration or maybe a peek behind the curtain of what it can look like, even as a busy pastor, dad of 3, husband, side hustle person. You can still have a fairly successful side hustle where you're making a significant amount of money for you and your family. And maybe even more if you really have the time to put into it and you got that dog in you. You can even, absolutely, you can outsell me and build a super awesome business. So now that we got that disclaimer out of the way, this is honestly, I would say I feel pretty good about it. I moved a bunch of cards, so the total quantity of cards that I sold, I feel really good about. The number of orders I feel great about. I was hoping to sell, I think, more in like sales. I was kind of anticipating some of my bigger items moving, which a bunch of big items did move, but a bunch of the really expensive sealed things that I have didn't move. For instance, I was kind of anticipating someone was going to buy the case of Pokemon Center Paldea Evolved Elite Trainer boxes, which is about $3,000, which is totally fine that it didn't sell. I'm not in a super big rush to sell some of those big things, because one thing about the big ticket sealed stuff is historically they do go up in value or stay the same in value, or even if they drop, they only drop a little bit. So depending on what percentage you pick them up at, you're probably still fine. So I feel like okay about the number of sales that I did. I think that the most expensive thing I sold was this. This is a PSA 3, so it's pretty beat up, but it is a first edition Neo Lugia. So I think this was like $500 or $600 or something like that. So that's like the biggest. I got to ship that one out tonight. That's the biggest thing I sold in terms of value. But so most of these orders, out of these 297 orders, are, I would say, in the like $10 to $20 range. maybe $20 to $30 range. Now, if you are maybe wondering, you said, TJ, you just said you were putting together 50 orders tonight. How the heck are you only doing 50 orders when you have 297 orders that you did? So that is the beauty of the direct program, friends. So I've said this, gosh, I feel like 6 million times on the channel, but why not one more? So the direct program is a program that you can be in through TCG Player where you are selling cards to customers, but your cards get sent to TCG Player to reimburse their backlog of cards that they send to customers, basically. You pay more in fees to do that, but you're allowed to move cards pretty quickly. So it's basically, think of it like hiring someone or hiring TCG Player to take care of the sending the cards to the individual customers person. And so a lot of orders, the majority of the orders that I did this weekend actually were through the direct program. So out of these 297 orders, I would say maybe 125 of them I'm sending out myself. And so about 175 of these orders I don't even have to send out. I'm just going to get a reimbursement invoice, and I'm going to have to send TCG Player all of the cards that they sold on my behalf, if that makes sense. So that's fine. I mean, I feel pretty good about that. The best, this is a great example of why I'm in the direct program. Life is busy. My day today was bananas. I got asked to be on our church's leadership podcast earlier, so I was talking about how to develop people, and it was a great podcast, but I went straight from that, and that was across town on the other side of the city, and then I went into like a lengthy meeting this afternoon, and then I came home, did dinner with the family, and like that's, and this is just like kind of a regular, Monday for me. And then it's 9 o'clock. I've got to work on this business. And so I don't really have the ability to send out 300 orders myself. If I did, I would make more money because I pay more in fees to do the direct program. But that's just a sacrifice that you make in order to increase volume and lower margin, if that makes sense. So I'm thankful that I'm in the direct program, because if I wasn't, gosh, I don't know how the heck I would do 297 orders sent out myself over the course of these past few days. So that's where the direct program comes in clutch. But I know for some of you guys, that's not the case. For some of you guys, you say, oh, I don't really have time, but like sometimes you do. So I don't know. If you are truly, truly busy and you're able to justify like the lack of margin, then maybe the direct program is for you. But if not, it probably is better to just continue sending out the orders yourself. So yeah. So how much money did I actually make? We'll say 6,000 in sales, 668.56 in sales. I would say, let's just say I made 15% profit margins, which I feel like is fair. So I made about $1,000 in 4 days, which, to be honest, is okay. We'll just call it $1,000 in 4 days. It could be more, it could be less. I know there were some direct orders that came in that I make significantly more than 15% on. Some of these big orders, like for instance this Lugia, I make more than 15% on for sure, because fees cap out $50, and this thing was like $500 or $600. So there's some other factors that play in there. On all the orders that I have to send out, I make significantly over 15%, because I'm still charging my cheap cards 40% over market, because that's what makes sense to sell in the direct program, because I'm assuming they're all going to sell via direct, but those ones didn't sell via direct. So it could be, let's say it was 25%, 6856 times 0.25. So that's $1,700 in 3 or 4 days. Like that feels better, but I mean, it's like I'm doing a lot of work, so it's a good example of like, I love weekends like this because it's busy, it's crazy, you move a lot of cards. At the same time, there are a lot of people who have this assumption or think like, oh, like you're just playing with cards and futzing around in the evening, like that must be fun. It's like, well, like, yes, it is fun. I do love it. I do legitimately love this. I love making videos. I love selling cards. I love being in the Pokemon space. It is a ton of work. If you do not enjoy it, if you don't find some kind of fulfillment or enjoyment from being able to see these really cool pieces of cardboard and send them out and interact with customers and build something, it's not for you, because it is a tremendous amount of work. And hopefully me talking about this and giving you guys a peek behind the curtain is able to give you a little insight into what that looks like. So again, we'll just call it Pastor Math here, $7,000 in sales, 300 orders. Great Cyber weekend. So feeling good about that. But I would love to know, how was your Cyber weekend? Did you sell as many cards as you think you were going to? Did you hit the number of sales that you thought you were going to? Did I overhype it? Did I underhype it? I would love to hear your Cyber weekend experience down in the comments. Or if you are a collector and you just watch my channel to keep up with my story, did you pick up any cool cards? Were you someone who bought cool cards like this, you know, vintage PSA 3 Lugia, or what else? What else someone have over here? I got a couple of these to ship out. This Team Rockets Nidoking EX. It's a really cool one. Giovanni on there. So yeah, would love to know how the sale went for you, or if you picked up anything cool over the weekend. Also, we're doing a series on the channel where I'm doing a short every day, getting ready for Christmas, doing a Bible story or a Bible verse and a pack a day. And so check that out and make sure to give that video some love, because I'm hoping that will get the channel some more exposure. So anyways, thanks for listening to me yap. I'm going to go do all these orders and like listen to Danny Fantep rant about the allocations for the new set or whatever his video is about. So I'm going to go do that. Hey, but I believe that Jesus loves you, that he's got an incredible plan for your life. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.